Hi, I'm Dr. Safaya, a medical doctor who doubles as an email marketing expert. In here, I take you behind the scenes of failed and successful email marketing campaigns. You get to see what these amazing individuals have tried that worked and didn't work in email marketing. If you've been curious and like me, you want to know what other people out there are really doing in email marketing, then join me as I go behind the scenes. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Email Marketing Experiments. Today, we have a digital business guru in the house. Today, I have with me the amazing Ihuoma of Digital Buz Guru, and we're going to be looking at how she has built her automations to stay on autopilot. Now, we all know that we all love a good automation. We all want to do things and have our email marketing run on autopilot. And today she's going to be taking us behind the scenes. But before that, let's get to meet Ihuoma. Ihuoma, welcome to the call. Welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. We're excited to have you. Now, before we go into all the whole email talk, right? When you're not doing automations and the whole business guru thing, what can we find you doing?
You probably find me watching K-drama. You probably find me watching K-drama.
Okay.
I would be moving from one to the other. I'm a binge watcher. Once I finish one, I'm entering another one. Right now, I have a list of the upcoming ones that I'm looking forward to. So if you're not seeing me doing marketing, then it means I'm in K-drama land.
Okay. So when you say the upcoming ones, are you talking about like new episodes or the ones that are yet to even start?
The ones that are yet to start, I usually keep them in my list and wait till they are complete because I am one of these people that love binge watching. I cannot deal with the tension that goes with episode by episode dropping. So I would have the list and I will patiently wait till it's complete. Then I will now start with that list.
That definitely requires a lot of patience. I can only imagine. So tell us a bit about your story and, how Digital Biz Guru came about.
Okay, thank you so much. As I said, I'm excited to be here. This is the first podcast that I've been in a while. It's been a long time since I've been on a podcast, so I really looked forward to it. So my name is Ihuoma Chukwuezi. You can just call me Oma, and I'm the founder of Digital Buz Guru, a digital marketing agency for business owners. And I am what you call an accidental business owner. That's what I tell people that I am. Because I entered the world of digital marketing, it was kind of very unplanned. I did not set out with wanting to be a digital marketer. I wanted to be a business owner. So I was learning digital marketing as a business owner would. Anybody that has learned any kind of marketing skill would know that the way you learn to be a marketer and the way you learn to be a business owner is not the same thing. You can learn the same thing, but the interpretation and application is different. So I was learning to apply in my own business. As someone who started my business in school, I started with no money. So you need to be creative in a lot of things. So I learned content marketing, content writing. I found out that, I need to know how to sell with words. So I learned copywriting. And then I found out that, if I do this copywriting finish, how do I make my videos? So I learned video editing. I learned that one and I said, organic trafficking is not trafficking again. No, let's try paid ads. So I learned paid ad. And then as I was learning the paid ads, I started applying it. And for each one, I was applying it. So I really understood how to implement all these things from a business owner's point of view. By the time I was done learning all these my learnables, by the time I was done, I was well-rounded without even knowing. The only area that I had not learned was email marketing because currently I did not need it as at that time. So I was like, for all these other areas, I learned it, even graphics design with Canva. So After I picked up all the skills, my business also was picking up as I was learning all these things. Unfortunately, COVID hit. I had to take a break. And when I took that break, I was like, ha, the way this thing is happening, we don't know when this lockdown is going to end. There was so much uncertainty in 2020. Nobody can really predict. Even all the people that were coming to say, let me tell you how 2021 is going to be. They are just talking based on vibes because nobody knew how 2021 is going to be. 2020 just threw most of us off. So I had to now start thinking, okay, since this e-commerce, it's not working, people are indoors, not to talk of, is this the time to be telling them to come and buy handbag and shoes and slay? Is it inside their house? So I now said, okay, I used to run ads. And when I run ads, I would even get people that would send me DM saying, I saw your ad, please. Who wrote your caption? I just like the way you wrote the caption. Who set up the ad for you? Because this your ad has been following me. So they would say all these things. And then I said, okay, since I used to get people like that, let me try teaching this thing that I know to other people because it seems people are interested in this thing that I know. So I went ahead to create a free course. I just called it the 7 secrets of a converting ad. And then I put it out. It was just supposed to be a simple WhatsApp class. The first launch was successful, all organic, but it took a lot of time. But then it was COVID. I had all the time in the world. So I was going from one group to the other, telling people, please come and join my class. So I'm teaching a free class on this, and all that. And people joined the group. I had about 80 something people in my group that time, and I ran the first one. Just spec the class at 3,000, and I was able to get 20 something people who signed up to the first this thing. I did not have anything recorded. I didn't have anything ready. It was when people started paying that I started recording what I was going to even give them in the paid version. And from courses, that was basically my first attempt at a course. I eventually launched more courses, went ahead to even set up an e-learning website and started offering services too, because I got people that came and said, this thing that you've taught is all beautiful, is all great, but Oma, I'm not going to do it. Do it for me. I can't embark on this stress. The headache is too much. So I will say, I have tried. I don't want to try again. Just do it. So we now started entering services, and that's how the whole agency parts came in. And of course, once you enter the services side, you need to start getting a team because you have the same 24 hours that everybody has and you cannot kill yourself. So I now had to enter that part and start hiring, and that has brought us to where we are.
Wow, that's such an amazing story. And I must say, yeah, COVID did do a number on a lot of us. I think one thing that really
I'm
stood out was
saying,
the fact that, yeah, was the fact that you said you were learning, but you were also implementing because it's so easy to learn and learn and learn. But the minute you start implementing what you're learning, that's where the magic happens, you know. And yes, congratulations to building, to getting to the agency, and definitely to growing your own team. That is no small feat right there. I think that's absolutely beautiful seeing the whole journey and how everything has come, you know, full circle, right? And
yeah.
so let's look at something that you said. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm team I've learned this, but please come and do it for me because I think I've learned Facebook ads like a number of times, but I have a love-hate relationship with the Facebook ads manager. Some days you
We
go
all
in
do.
and
We
everything.
all do actually. Even we that do it for a living, we all have a love-hate relationship.
Okay, because sometimes you just go into the the back end and it's like, okay, yeah, this is here, this is here, this is here, and it's all good and fine. And then another time you come in and it's like, first of all, why are things looking different? Or sometimes it's like, why is this not working the way it is? And Facebook is just complicated. Like, why can't you just have everything straightforward? You need to go here to go. It icks me every single time. And then once you haven't gone into the manager for a while, it's even worse because it's like you can't even
Ah,
remember where
no, no,
things are
no,
anymore.
no. See,
Nah.
if you have not run ads in 3 to 6 months, you need a course. You need a course before you can run out, because you will just enter, everything will just look like what is going on in this place. Do you know that something happened that I set up a campaign for a client on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, I opened up the interface only for me to see the whole objectives, their names have changed. I was like, eh? That like 24 hours after, they everything, they all their names have changed. So imagine someone that is now coming to run ads after 3 months. The name has changed, interface has changed, the metrics may have even changed. Everything will just be looking extra new in your eyes.
That's why I'll focus on my focus and stay in my lane. So you said something. You said you weren't ready for email marketing back then, but today you've used email marketing. So how did your email marketing journey begin? How, like, when did you know you were ready for email marketing?
Okay, when I knew I was ready for email marketing was when I was ready for automations. Because I feel like you can't really say you're automating anything if emails are not in the mix, because how do you want to automate it? How do you want to pass the message that something has even if, let's say, someone comes and rolls for a course and gets access, like your system gives access, but no email says this is your access, everything you've just done is an absolute waste of time. So emails are always in the mix when it comes to automation. So when I now ventured into automations was when I now started looking at, okay, this email marketing of a thing. And by then I had already started digital marketing. I was already building stuff. But then I got to the point where I had to create courses. And remember that 7 Secrets, the free class, it was a success. But then came the problem that it was taking too much of my time. And one thing about digital products is that if it's taking too much of your time, it defeats the purpose of now having you might as well just maybe do a coaching program and know that is an exchange of your time. So it's an
Yeah.
exchange of your time and expertise. But digital products should not be an exchange of your time. It's not supposed to be taking that much of your time. So I was teaching classes, I was teaching these free classes every single week.
Wow.
And I was doing it Thursday. So my ads don't go off. So my ads are always on advertising that same free class. So the strategy I was using was the ads, let's just imagine that it starts on Friday. So it's going to run till Thursday. And by Thursday afternoon, I will change the group that I'm sending people to a
Okay.
new group. And then by Friday, I'm running the class of the previous one. Meanwhile, the new group is filling up. It has started filling up. And by the next week, Thursday, we switch again. This was my part. So you can imagine how exhausting it was to be doing
I
this
can imagine.
over months. I did this for almost a year, and I was like, no more. No more. If I host another class like this, I will just faint. Ah, so I just decided that, okay, it's time to do my automations. And one thing about me is I'm this kind of person that I believe in go big or go home. So most times, if I'm not doing something, it's because I'm not ready. When I'm ready, when I want to do it, it will be like it will be big.
Yeah.
Let me just put it like
Yeah.
that. So when I was ready, I went all out. I set up a website. That was when I introduced emails. I set up my landing pages, all these things, linked everything, make sure everything is linked. And then I started using it instead to market. So it was at that point that I now introduced emails into my own system and all. I hadn't even started. And one of the beautiful things that I noticed was I never really wanted to offer email marketing as service. That is when we started this whole agency part of it. It was clients that started disturbing for us to also handle some of their emails and do little things for their emails based on how we were disturbing them with our own emails. So I think that's a service that basically sold itself. I never wanted to start it. It was never my intention. People will be like, oh my, your emails are disturbing me. Like, how do you even stay? You would just be following me. Okay, there was a client that called me and said, I would never forget this conversation. She called me and she said that ever since she have been buying things from people, this is the first time someone has sent her an email with a coupon code on her birthday to shop, that she's so excited. She's like, how did you do it? Are you even a witch? Like, you remember my birthday? The funny thing is, I don't even know who was even calling me self to even say that. I don't even know the person. I was
But you
I was
remember
just
it.
laughing. I was just it's automation that remembered though. Ihuoma as a person is bad with dates. I have my parents' birthdays in my calendar so that I can remember. I am bad with dates. So to now see someone praising you that, oh my God, you remembered my birthday. And I was like, nah, email marketing, do this one, no. So, Sha, to answer your question, is automations that dragged me to the side of email marketing.
Oh my God, that's so hilarious because I literally enjoy when people receive the birthday automation. So I have mine set in two parts. So I know that these days people are more aware. So they are not as excited when they receive that birthday email, even though they are really happy. So I did mine in a way that like a week or two before your birthday, I'll be like, oh, your birthday is coming up. What are the plans? And people are like, oh, I haven't even thought about it yet. Oh, you remembered my birthday. Okay, you're going to send me a gift because I'm like, oh, I'll send you a gift on your birthday. And they're so happy. They're so happy. And I remember like somebody, you know how there are people that are more aware than others. So this same thing that happened to you
Yeah.
literally happened. It's like so excited. Like you just made their day. You just made the birthday before the birthday even happened. And in
That
my head,
is
I'm like, thank you so much. You're welcome.
I was speechless
That's the
because
power
I
of
don't even know who
automations.
was calling. I just got a phone call from a number that wasn't saved. I didn't even know who was calling, not to talk of whose birthday it was. I just went with the flow and wished them happy birthday. We love you from Digital Buz Guru.
But that's just the beauty of automations. You set it up and it runs on
Yeah,
autopilot. It achieves the
yeah,
goals, whether it's customer loyalty, retention, selling, whatever it is. And I think that, there's a lot to explore with automation, especially when you look at like all the different stages of the customer journey. You can group automations into so many ways. For example, if we're looking at the one you did now, right? The post purchase, right? So the person has purchased the course and now you're saying, these are your course details. This is how to onboard all of those things. It's a after the purchase effect and it's on
yeah.
autopilot. So it doesn't mean that for any new person that comes in, you want to start sending I mean, I need to applaud you for running a class every week for a year. That's intense. That's intense.
My sister, but now money we define.
I can
And then
understand that.
one thing is, when you've not started something, it always seems like it's for a certain caliber of people. So as at that time, I had reached my point of, like, I had it up to here. I was like, I'm done before I took the action. And I found out that I could have had this thing since. So it's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. It did not require that much. It did not require the kind of things that, because I was imagining, it's going to need this, going to need that, it's going to need this, going to need that. And upon me, I went all out to, like, got everything at once because I just wanted everything to be perfect. Then we move. So I think part of why it kept me that long is I just saw it that there is a level you need to get to before you now, enter that whole automation, start doing email marketing. Until now, I see a lot of business owners thinking like that. They would always
Yeah.
think that there is where I need to be before I can do anything email marketing.
True. So when you finally decided to do automations, what were the automations that you decided to set up?
Okay. So for one, I set up my website. And when I set it up, I made sure that I linked my landing pages, my sales pages, everything on my website, my opt-in pages. So I also made sure that I had a funnel tool. That's key, because you can have a tool that helps you build like all these elemental landing gear that can help you build all these landing pages, build your sales page, build your opt-in page and all that. But it will not be a funnel except you set up a funnel too also. So I also made sure that I set up a funnel too. That way, when people opt in, they visit my opt-in page, and the opt-in, it automatically redirects to an upsell page or a thank you page, depending on the funnel in particular. There are pages that I have done need to be when you opt in. The next page, the upper part is a thank you, and the following is an upsell. It's telling you about the paid product. Now, if you decide that you don't want to key into whatever it is that we said in that upselling part of it, you can just move and it's going to still take you to our community. That's always my third step. It will take you to a page where you can just join our WhatsApp group, our community in one way or the other. Now, I had to put this as a step because of my target audience. We also have our funnels for international audience, and it does not run the same way because most of them are fine with emails. They take their emails the way we take our DMs very seriously. So they don't necessarily need to be added to any WhatsApp group or anything. But I always do that extra step of directing them to a WhatsApp group because it's Nigerians that are primarily our audience. And a lot of them are still struggling with checking their emails. Some have not checked their email in months. So at least when they enter the WhatsApp group, we always drop a message there every few days. Have you checked what's going on in your email? There's something. So it always also helps people to go check out their email too. So now, if they do take the action on the upsell and they decide to sign up for that thing, immediately they sign up, we have integrated payments there. So we have Paystack and Stripe. So Paystack offers both the card option, the bank transfer, and the USSD. So that covers it.
Yeah.
Then we also have Stripe too for international payments. So that way, when people arrive on that place, they want to take the offer, it takes them to checkout page. They can check out, and once they check out, it takes them to a thank you page. And in the thank you page, to tell them check your email, though, there is something for you. If you don't see it in the inbox, check promotion or spam. And that completes the automation of that part. Then the email automation is now what's not going to take up the marketing, because we have the sequence that is triggered. We don't just tell them, oh, here is what you paid for, take it. We're also selling other things following that. We're also gathering reviews following that. Part of the toughest things that I had when I was in the first few months of my business was reviews, because I don't even remember to ask. I just sell my stuff, deliver on my stuff, and then I'm going ahead. I'm going for the next sale. But one of the best ways to gather reviews is via this automation. That is what I learned from my own experience. Because when it is busy asking every single person, if it asks 100 people and 50 people see that mail, that gives you a high chance of getting at least 20 reviews. So it kind of increases your chances of getting good feedback that you can use to market to more people, that you can use to do other things. And it also makes selling your other products easily. You know, some business owners struggle with this whole thing of in one video, in one ad, they want to sell everything in their shop. But if you're using automations and your funnels, you find out that you don't have to. You just need to get them through one avenue. Get them have a focus in your marketing. Get them through that place. Then when you get them through that place, you can now sell other things to them. And email makes it easy. So whether you are asleep, you are on vacation, oh, you are not feeling well, oh, everything is going out. And then when you add in personalization to the mix, it just makes everything much better because it seems like the thing was tailored to them. So same thing, because I just talked about the funnel for the sales, same thing with the people that opted in and arrived on the thank you page, but did not proceed to checkout. So if you arrive on the thank you page after opting into a freebie, the thank you page is going to be telling you there is something free that we've sent to your email. That free thing you signed up for is in your email now. So you would now go to your email and take it up from that place. So those are the automations that we set up just in very simple terms.
Okay, so for context, how long did it take you to build out these automated systems?
Oh, it took me a while. And I did not do it at once. I did not do it at once because one thing about automations is it gets very daunting when you think about doing it for everything that you have. When you think about automating everything that you have, your brain will start doing pum pum. So I just had to start from one product first. Remember, I told you I had been running these classes for a while and I had launched other products as at this time. But when I was starting with the automation, I just started with one. So I first did an opt-in for the 7 secrets, which was the free course. Then I did a sales page for novice to pro in ads, which is the paid course for that freebie. Completed the funnel because these are the key elements of your full automation. You're going to have your opt-in, you have the thank you for the opt-in, you would have the sales page, you will have the checkout page, you have the thank you for the sales that you've just made. Then you have emails, the first email sequence for the opt-in, for those that sign up for the free thing, that will be delivering the free thing, and then marketing the paid version of what you're trying to sell. And then you would now have another email sequence that is going to be for the paid thing. So people that have paid for it, the email you're going to be sending them will be different. It's not the same thing you're telling the people that are yet to pay and the people that have paid. It's two different things. So at least you have these two basic email sequences ready and you will write it and set it up. Then after doing that, remember that you're learning tools in all these things that you're doing. So after you have set them up, then you would now ask yourself, oh yeah, traffic. How am I going to make it that my traffic will be automated? Because after doing all these beautiful things, opt-in page is fine, sales page is flawless. If it's only you and your sister that have visited it, sorry,
Okay.
and if you're going to be hopping from comment section to comment section, telling people there is a beautiful freebie that I have in my link in bio, that defeats the purpose of the thing that you said you don't want to spend your time now. Remember that the whole reason you are doing automation is that you don't have time. So you are looking for
Exactly.
things that would take that whole thing off you so that you can focus on other things. So that means you need to think of paid advertising. There is no two ways about it. You now need to think of how you're going to implement paid advertising. Because when it comes to your marketing, you're either paying with your time or you're paying with your money. You cannot run away from both. So if you say, oh, I want to save my time, then it means you're going to spend your money. So you would have to now also set up the campaign for the opt-in so that as people are seeing, oh, these freebies available, they would now be signing up. You will just wake up every day, check your back end, you will see that, oh, 30 people have signed up, 20 people have signed up, 40 people have signed up. If you have people on your team that are there to follow up, to nurture, you send them the list. Please follow up. We have these people that have opted in, that's when you now begin your nurturing processes and all that, while your email is also nurturing. So it takes a bit of time actually, and I did not do everything at once for all of my products is what I mean. But I feel if I'm to calculate for the first complete funnel that I did, starting from the freebie to the paid course, the opt-in page, the sales page, the 2 email sequences. I'm going to say you can easily get it done if you know what to do. You can easily get it done in 3 weeks. Very, very easily. That is, you're taking your time. You're taking your time. You can get it done in 3 weeks. But you're going to require a little knowledge in design, because one thing about design is fine. So
Okay. Okay.
so you need
All
to make
right.
sure that you have a little background in that. But if you know what to do, 3 weeks max and you should be done.
So now I'm just thinking, yeah, you automated these systems, you did the sales page, the email. What are some of the tools that helped you to be able to do these things?
Okay. So in my own this thing, everyone has their own tech stack. And even the tech stack I started with is not even the exact tech stack. I still have about maybe 70 to 80% of my tools that I'm still using, but I've changed up a couple of things. So I'm just going to say the stack that I started with. So the stack that I
Okay.
started with was, for my page design, I had Elementor. And not just that, I had Elementor, I had templates too. So that saved me a whole lot of time. So I did not sit down from a blank page to start designing anything, because me, I'm not a designer. I'm here to sell my products. So I'm going to focus on my marketing part of it. So I had Elementor to handle my design stuff. And I did a whole lot of my research for my copies. That time, there wasn't ChatGPT. When I launched out, there wasn't ChatGPT. So we're not working with AI. So now we are doing AI stuffs now. Everything is easy. So that time I had to go to Google, go to Quora, go to some of my competitors to see kind of what they had. So I took out time to do my research and then asked my audience questions, the answers to those their questions, to draft out my copy. So those are the tools I used for that particular one. Just a simple Google Docs to draft my copy and everything that is going to be on the page. And let me just say this, because I remember something. Please, if you are just embarking on landing page design and all, I beg in the name of God, use Google Docs. So use Google Docs to write your copy. Because do you know that a week to my website launch, there was something that happened to the server, to like the server where all the websites, both mine and tons of other people's own, something happened to it. There was like a malware attack, so they had to backdate the entire website on the server to kind of take it back to before the malware, because they couldn't take out the malware, so they now have to like backdate. Sha, that's the summary of it all. I don't want to enter the technical side of what they had to do. But the result of that thing was that the sales pages that I had created in the last few days were all gone. I lost everything. And because I was writing from inspiration, like I would basically enter Elementor and just start writing. Like I was just writing. I did not save any of those things. I sat down and I crewed. Do you know what it means to cry, cried, and crewed? I crewed because where do
Wow.
I even begin? Where do I begin? Yes, I have the template so I can try again now, but the words that were flowing that time, everything, where do I start picking up the pieces of my life? That is what I was thinking. So please always make sure you document your copy on Google Docs. It's a very trivial and basic step, but it can save you a whole lot of heartbreak. I remember a couple of years ago, I think that was either in 2021 or 2022, Seller also did one wonderful thing that they did one time, where they had a downtime and
Yeah.
people's pages cleared and a lot of people lost things. Imagine people that also did not keep copy of their own copies and all that. It's going to be to weep. So any platform can deal with you, because mine now is self-owned. It's not like I'm not hosting on like a platform like Seller or Teachable, and yet I still collected breakfast. So anybody can collect too. Make sure you have your backup, and if it's like your copy, you have it in Google Docs. Then I'll say another very important tool that I had is a tool that is called Automator. So that Automator is a plugin, and then you use it to automate tasks on your website. So you can automate virtually anything that you want. That's still one of my favorite tools till date. Without Automator, there is no way people will make payments for a product and your website will know that it's time to send email. There is no way. It is with that automator that you tell automator that once this product is paid for, then this sequence should be activated. So that is what that tool does for you. A very simple tool, but very, very important when it comes to automations. Then another tool that I really love is Catflow. That is the tool that I use for my funnels.
Yeah.
So that's for my landing pages. I use it. I love it. I've been using it since we started the website. I'm still using it till date. Still one of my favorite tools. Very easy to use, problem free. You can always count on it to, as in to behave. Then for my email, I use Groundhog as my CRM. So Groundhog is my CRM, and then I use SendGrid as SMTP. So all these tools I'm saying are the ones I used that time. There are some that I'm no more using now, but that time, and each of them I used them for at least 2 years before I started switching anything and all that. So Groundhog is amazing. It has a lot of features. I actually ran because they increased prices and they wanted to choke me. So I ran. But as per being an amazing tool, it's a great tool. It's a great CRM. The whole birthday stuff is very easy. It has this kind of interface that is user friendly. Even someone that doesn't really know much, like if you enter, you figure it out in a few hours of being on the tool. So it's quite easy. I think those are the core things that I started with. I already mentioned the payments that I use, that's the pay stack and all. Those are the core tools that I use to set up. So you find out that there really are not that many tools after all.
So I've actually used Groundhog in the past to set up automations for a client and also schedule her emails as well. So I was just laughing when you were talking about it. So when you say you ran, where did you run to?
I ran because it got very expensive. They kind of almost tripled their price, and their price was already like a lot. So when they like almost this thing, I was like, okay, thank you for banking with us. So the tool is still good. It's just pretty expensive, especially for those of us that are in Nigeria, earning in Nigeria. Mhm.
All right, all right. So what are some of the key results or things you'll say you've noticed since you started, automating and going beyond just doing things manually and introducing email marketing into your business?
Okay, for one thing, time. It saved me time in so many ways. In so many ways. I'm going to give two core examples of the way it saved me time. The first way is, you know how people, okay, you are launching a new product. This your course is amazing, is a banger, is going to crash Instagram once you launch it. All fine and good. Then you now start running ads and you are getting 30 people, 50 people coming to your DM every day to ask you question on that thing that you said you are marketing. It's sweet though, till after 1 week. After 1 week, you will begin to lose your patience, because when you start remembering the amount of people that have asked you question and the amount that have bought, your anger will begin to rise up. So one of the things that automations did for me is it saved me time. Even if it's 200 people that want to be messaging, I'm happy to answer you. Because as you are messaging, is it not to just be sending you link of the sales page, then letting you know that if you have any more questions, you can now ask it. So those that are serious and went through the page, then they will have questions now. The ones that are just in the shopping, when they look through, it's not what they like, they walk away and nobody is stressed. Then you're spending like hours on each person, saying exactly the same thing to each person again and again and again, rinse and repeat every day. My sister, it is frustrating. So that time it saved me. Priceless, priceless. Currently, we are trying to migrate our website to another hosting. I've been stressed these past few days, just these past few days. Oh, my voice is even a bit hoarse because I've been talking. I've talked more than necessary these past few days because there is no sales page, there is no opt-in page, there is no service page. There is no way I will just tell them, please go and get this information from this place. It's detailed. We're taking time. Because one thing about these things is you can do it the way that you want. If I see that the writing only is not working, you can record a VSL. Like you record it and you put it on the page. So if you don't want to read, you can watch in the video now and hear whatever it is I'm saying and then ask any questions that you may have. Then another way it has also saved me time is, when it comes to like my kind of business, we work Mondays to Saturdays. But that time I used to have to come in on Sundays to check what's happening, at least answer a few messages before I leave. Because if I don't, who will? But when we started using all those automations, once I clock off Saturday, I don't even near that phone to on data on the phone or anything till Monday. Because I know that anything that is even urgent, you're going to see it there because we also set up these auto greetings on our WhatsApp and all that. So if you even message and we are not available, there's a link there that is going to take you to our resources. You see our service page, our course page, our social media handles and all that. So you have a lot of places. You see where to opt into our newsletter. So at least you have something to work with pending when we come back. I can't tell you how sweet it is that you have people that will come and say, oh, please, I want to buy so. And then you tell them, oh, should I send you like to a page where you can get more information? And they'll say, no, I've already read it. I just have a question. Then I want to check out. And you'll be like, oh, wow, they already read it though. Yeah, that's good. Because on a normal now, without all those automations, where would they have even seen the thing apart from it came from your mouth? Automations makes it that you are not now the only person that can market or say something about what you're selling. You've already put different things. So before they even get to your DM, most times they already have a good idea and a good information about what they are coming for. It's not like strange. Before automations, do you know I used to get questions like, good afternoon. What do you people even do in this Digital Biz guru? And sometimes I'll be wondering how this person walked and entered my DM to now ask me what I do for a living. How did you even arrive here? But to show you that there was not enough like steps that they had to pass through and all that, which would have given them at least a brief idea of what we do. So these are all the ways that I've seen that automation has really saved me time and energy.
That's amazing. Now, looking back at your journey and, all the things that automations from email to every other automation has done for you, if you could do it differently, is there any one thing that you would, do differently or change?
If I would change something, to tell you the truth, I don't think there's really anything I would change because remember I told you that I took a lot of time before I embarked on my own automation journey. So I really had time to research, I had time to consult experts, I had time to get people that knew what they were supposed to do it. So it saved me a lot of trouble. So I made sure I got people that knew better than me to do some things that I was not so solid in doing. The only thing I would say is if I could go back and make sure that I do that thing again, it is the fact that I set up my own e-learning website. That is one thing that I'm thankful for that I did that time. Because the time I wanted to do it, remember how I said we as business owners, we usually think that you need to be here before you need to start doing some things. And also, I was also of that opinion. So when I wanted to enter the e-learning side, I had so many people discourage me and tell me, why not start from Teachable or Thinkific? Or I don't even think we had Cell at that time, no. I think it was later that Seller really came out and all that. So these were the ones that we had that time. So we're like, why not do all these ones? Then as you grow, you now, but I was thinking that if I go and set up in this place now, migration is not being so. Look at this migration now that we're currently facing. It's costing us a downtime. So each time now I want to migrate, I need to move. It means I'm going to experience some downtime in my business. So I was very reluctant about setting up on that platform. But then setting up on my own website will come with a lot of stress from me. A lot of things will be required from me. But I just decided that, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Then if I'm going to change something different, it will be I should have started sooner. I should have started sooner, because when I started, I now started asking myself, why didn't I even start earlier than this? Why did I suffer for almost 1 year before this? Because it is misinformation. And I had a lot of fears. Oh, you see this automation, I had a lot of fears about it, because I kept saying this one, everybody's always saying Nigerians don't read emails. How am I going to do it now? And the first few months of using it, it was hectic. People will enroll on their course, or enroll in their course rather. Then they will now message to tell you, I've not accessed my course. So you tell them, check your email now. Didn't the thing say you should check your email? They will not say, okay, let me check my email. They will not check the email. They'll say, I don't know how to reset the password though. They are telling me to reset password. You know direct. So at the point I was like, did I mess up? Why did I even start this automation? But then after a while, everybody adjusted. Both me, both them. I knew the ways to guide them better so that they would not stress me, because I just kind of thought everybody is going to know what to do. If you sign up for a course and it's telling you to check your email, you check your email, you log in from that place. But then I found out that not everybody is like that. So some people, you actually need to spell it out. Inside your email, you're going to see your login details. Reset your password. And so I had to now speak in the language that they would understand, and that solved it. But one of my fears, which really made me delay the whole automation thing, is, are people even going to respond? Are they going to respond to these automations? Because it defeats the purpose if I do it finish and nobody would do it. I have a client that till date, why she has not created a website is that she feels who will use the website. And in a session with her, I told her, if I show you my website analytics, you ask yourself, these thousands of people, are they ghosts? People are using websites, so don't be deceived. And it's Nigerians. It is Nigerians. So don't be deceived. The people that are going to use it will use it. And the few people, you can still reach out and come to the DM, and then you can have a conversation with them if you so choose. But don't generalize. You know that thing of hasty generalization. I don't think people will.
Yeah.
I don't think this thing. You just generalize everybody and pack everybody inside one place. Because you don't does not even mean that people don't. Because you have not seen it being done does not mean it's not happening. No. So these were all the things that really limited me from starting with emails and automations sooner than I should have. Because I kept saying, you write all these emails, will they read it? If you do these automations, if I send them link now, maybe they will tell me, please answer me on this WhatsApp. I don't want to go to, I don't want to go to any landing page to say anything. But then one of the things I learned is that 90% of people would take the action that you tell them to take. They would actually follow your next step. But when you don't give a next step, then you're just leaving it all to vibes. Anything you see, you collect. If you did not give them information, there are people like me that scroll through sales pages and check out by 2 a.m. There are people like me. We don't even need to DM you to do anything. So far as your sales page is properly written, you're answering questions that we have, trust me, we're going to check out. The only issue is if it's not properly written. So, but now generalizing that, oh, everybody is this thing. And if you are doing automations, or rather you are struggling to start automations, here is one question that can help you advise yourself. You can ask yourself, in this my current state, in this current state that I'm in now, what are the chances that I can scale? When you answer this question truthfully, then you will know whether you need automations or automations need you. Because you really cannot scale while answering DMs every day, back to back. What time are you going to use and think about your marketing? What time are you going to use to run your ads? What time are you going to use to follow up on leads? What time are you going to use to nurture? What time will you use to close sales? What time will you even use for content creation? Because every business owner now is a content creator. So, so what time are you going to use for all these things if you are so busy responding to WhatsApp DM?
Very important question. Very important question. Now, before we wrap up, I have one question for you. Looking back on your journey, automations, email marketing, what would you say has been your biggest email marketing mistake? The one that made you really question yourself, think about life, or you were just tired?
Yeah. So I will say my greatest email marketing mistake, it still pains me till date, is you know how I said I started off with courses. I was doing everything manually. So what I was doing that time was I was collecting emails of people that were signing up for my courses, their first name, last name, WhatsApp number, and email. So once you enroll, I send you the form and then you would fill it out before I then add you to the group for the class. You know, we're doing everything manually that time. So this was my way of
Yeah.
gathering data. So I gathered all this data. And when I was eventually ready to enter email marketing, I was feeling proud of myself that I have database of people that are ready to, hear from me because they even gave me the email. It's not like I stole it. I had over 2,000 emails that were in this my Google Sheets from different courses though. So I uploaded it into my listing. The first email I sent still remains the highest unsubscribe rates I've gotten till date. If you see the insults I received from that email, you will not
Oh,
believe it.
wow.
People were emailing back to say, "Scammer, go and get a job." I say, "Hey, I have a job, bro."
They had forgotten.
They had forgotten. They don't even know who this person is because some of them, it's been 2 years since they signed up
Oh,
for that course or something. And there has not been any follow up with that email since when it was gotten. Then you just email and they were, the confidence now. So I just landed like bam da da dam. Like I didn't even say start from introduction to even say, oh, this is remember me. I'm that Oma that you signed up for her course, so that was called Seven Secrets or that was called Novice Super. I didn't even start from all that one. I just came as if they were already expecting me. I just landed. And that was the disappointment was great. I didn't send any emails for over a month after that. I was so
oh,
discouraged. I was so discouraged. I said, hell, this is what they said about Nigerians and email marketing. Oh, hell, this is it. Because this is evidence now. So the mistake I had made was all those people, I was just gathering them. I was not nurturing as I was gathering them. I didn't really have a plan per se. I was just packing them. And it took so long that they had forgotten me. It messed up my send rate. It took a while before my emails started getting better because the first few emails were it was terrible. It was terrible. At a point, I was like, I had to like delete, just take out from my email system almost 70% of those emails. All the people that had not been opening, all the people that had not been clicking, the ones that have unsubscribed, I had to take, and it was almost 70% of the emails. So that's, you see, it's like waste of leads, and it was painful. It was painful.
Thank you so much for sharing. So, you have told us a lot of amazing things, a lot of interesting things. How can we find you? How can we connect with you? And how can we get into your community and sign up for your freebie like you have told us about?
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity again. So, to connect with me is pretty easy. You can connect with me, just visit your favorite social media platform at Digital Buz Guru. We're on your favorite social media platform, Instagram, Facebook. You can connect with me on any of those platforms. And if you visit the link in bio of most of those platforms, you should also see my contact information, our emails, our website, our WhatsApp number too. You can also visit our website, digitalbizguru.com. And if you are just, you don't even want to stress yourself to start going, just go to Google, type Digital Biz Guru. You will find us. We are positioned everywhere. We're ready for you.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go, we are ready for you. So it's quite easy to reach me. It's quite easy to reach us. Even if it's not me personally, my team is always on standby, and it's still easy to reach me if you do want to reach me anyway. So anything that has to do with, you're looking at, why is my business not making sales on social media? How can I set up ads that are going to bring me leads, that are going to bring me sales, whether Facebook ads, Google and YouTube ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads? We got you. Just contact us. We got you.
All the links, guys, all the links will be in the show notes to learn everything Facebook ads and more. And you even get to see some of these automations in action, just so you get a feel of it and see how it really works. It has been such a pleasure to have you on the podcast today, and hearing your story, saying how you went from manual to automated, saving up a lot of time. These are the kind of things that we love to hear and we love to share. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Toma.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Sapphire. I look forward to doing this again. You should invite me again for round two.
All right. All right. So definitely keep that in mind. And guys, till next time, this is still Email Marketing Experiment, where we think it, we test it, and of course, we share it with you. Keep trying out new things and come share with us on the podcast. Bye.